Before my great-grandparents were born, scientists were already warning that greenhouse gas pollution would cause changes to the Earth's delicately balanced atmosphere. By the time my parents were born, many of the grave threats from poisoning, polluting, and plundering the natural world were well understood, and many people were challenging the entrenched industries making massive profits from degrading and destroying the world's vulnerable ecosystems. Instead of using their immense financial power and influence to drive sustainable innovations that collaborate with rather than destroy the Earth's natural systems, entrenched industries responded by manipulating democratic processes. By funding lobbyists and making so-called political donations, polluters have seeded industry-friendly decision-makers at all levels of governments. They continue aggressively driving campaigns to deny, censor, and silence scientists and informed, concerned citizens. While planting their people in our parliament and public agencies, they were appointing their friends to prestigious positions on the boards and foundations of our nation's proudest arts, culture, research, and educational institutions. The blind embrace of neoliberal policies that place profits above all else and starve our vital independent centres of funding led our public institutions, critical crucibles in a healthy democracy, to form close alliances with the very industries they exist to critique. So the wolves were put in charge of the chook house, as the saying goes. Yet, while the roughly 2,000 billion tonnes of human-induced CO2 already belched into the Earth's atmosphere may be invisible, our oceans and rivers and landscapes are clearly not filling up with plastic, with toxic petrochemical waste, all by themselves. The amount of plastic produced in a year now approximates the entire weight of humanity, with more than 8 million tonnes of it being dumped into our oceans. In recent years, the same industries responsible for polluting our air while driving dangerous climate change have invested more than $180 billion in petrochemical manufacturing plants. Just as they have aggressively stymied renewable energy alternatives to polluting fossil fuels and sustainable agricultural systems, they are aggressively standing in the way of viable, entirely natural solutions to packaging problems. Despite heavy polluters' ongoing aggressive meddling, major advances in science and sustainable technologies have enabled us to create everything we need to meet basic food, water, power, shelter, and education needs necessary for healthy and happy lives in a fair and sustainable economy at the local level on a global scale. People involved in business practices that pollute and degrade the natural world and erode the fabric of society are not leaders. By definition, they are destroyers, and they are dangerous. They have no place in prestigious leadership positions in our community. Children everywhere deserve visionary and collaborative leaders. Our future depends on it.